Hey, it's Max with Four Seasons Plumbing. I just want to go over real quick how easy it is to change out a cartridge filter on your whole house filter. First thing you want to do is shut the water off. Now, if these are installed with some ball valves to isolate it, you can just shut them off in front of it and behind it. And just if yours has a little red button on top, that's to relieve the pressure. So you want to make sure you relieve the pressure. If you don't, it'll be really hard to get it off. And so just pushing that button, a little air will shoot out, maybe a little bit of water. But not a big deal. If you do not have that pressure relief button, just shut the water off before it and go open up a faucet. You don't have to drain the house down or anything like that. All you're doing is just relieving that pressure, so once the water stops coming out fast, you can just shut the faucet back off. And then what you'll do is just take your filter wrench, should have come with your filter, slip it on there and just pop it open. And it's as simple as that. And of course it'll be hanging, and make sure it's supported as well. Sometimes these things can be a little tight, and I'll go over that in just a second on how to prevent that. So you'll just twist it off, and then from there, this will be full of water. You'll want to dump it, and this cartridge will come out, and then you'll just put your new one in. You'll want to clean this out. Make sure you're using food safe cleaner when you're cleaning it, and just clean it all out. If you have iron, there may be some brown residue on there. You also want to inspect this O-ring. If you're going to have a leak, that's going to be the culprit, is this little black O-ring here. Just make sure there's no nicks or breaks in it, and you should be good to go. Now, this is really important. When you're putting it back on, of course, you'll put your new filter in there. This particular filter, I love these. This is a 0.5 micron filter. It's great for sediment. It'll get a little bit of iron out as well. It looks like a ball of string, and I really like these. These do real well for us. So you'll just place that back in there. There's a little nub that'll go in the hole there. And then this is the important part. And there's different trains of thought on this. I recommend putting a little bit of faucet grease, and you can buy this at any plumbing supply or hardware store. Just a little bit of faucet grease on the O-ring and on the threads. Now make sure there's no sediment on there at all. It's nice and clean. You don't want any sediment with that grease. That's why some people don't like to do that. But as long as it's clean and you put a little bit of grease on there, it's going to make it go on smooth. More importantly, it's going to make it come off smooth. So this is also important. When you're putting it back on, don't use a wrench. Just hand tighten it. So when you're putting it back on, you're going to want to hand tighten it on there. And these things, they're hard to cross thread. They're pretty easy. They have big, thick threads, so they go on real easy. And once you got it on there, just use your hand and just tighten it up. And once you got it good and tight, you should be good. Turn your water on. Go open up a faucet, relieve the air out, and just come back and just run your finger on it and look for a leak. And you should be good. And as long as you don't have a leak, just leave it alone. Now if you do, try to tighten it up a little more. If you have to use a wrench, just do enough just to stop the leak. Because if you don't, it'll seize up and it'll be almost impossible to get off. And we've had to replace some new ones because they were put on with a wrench and they didn't use grease. And when these plastic threads get put on like that and they sit for a little bit, they pretty much mold together and you just can't get them off. So anyway, that's an easy way to replace your cartridge. Pretty simple thing. Depending on how much sediment you have in your water, you may have to do this about once every 3 months to 6 months. If you have any more questions, feel free to give us a call. We'd be more than happy to help you. Thanks a lot.